All right, faces and heels, it's time to check the daily pro wrestling news with your host, Jack Jaw. So let's go!
What is up, pro wrestling fans? I'm Jack Jaw. This is a quick daily check of the pro wrestling news. Let's jump straight to it. Yesterday was Royal Rumble Sunday. We thought we'd jump in here, give you the results of what went down. Pretty good show. Lots of lack of surprises, maybe. I don't know. But hey, this is the kickoff to the Wrestlemania season. Let's jump straight to it. Royal Rumble Sunday. Right out the gate on the pre-show, you've got the women's tag champions changing. Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler. They take out Charlotte Flair, Osaka. I guess that went wrong. I thought Charlotte was going to keep the belt with Osaka. Not so much. Next up, you had Goldberg go down to Drew McIntyre. Didn't see that one coming. Either way, Drew McIntyre gets all the props from Goldberg. I thought that was a pretty good touch they had there. Either way, good match there. Pretty intense. When Goldberg jackhammered him and Drew McIntyre kicked out, I thought that was pretty epic. You don't see that very often. Either way, great match there. Next up on the card, you had Sasha Banks taking her out, keeping her belt. She beats Carmella. That was a pretty decent match. You got to like the Sasha Louis Vuitton type look. Kind of crazy there. Next up on the Royal Rumble, you had the Women's Royal Rumble. None other than Bianca Belair. I called that one. She wins the Royal Rumble. Sets a little record in the process, going 56 minutes, 49 seconds. The longest ever of a female participant. She goes on to battle the champion of her choice, Bianca Belair, winner of the Women's Royal Rumble. Kind of crazy. I was expecting Ronda Rousey to show up, Trish Stratus to show up. Didn't happen. I'll get to Ronda Rousey in a minute to tell you what's going on with her. Next up in the Royal Rumble, you had this brutal last man standing match. Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns. Went kind of crazy. I'm not sure if you saw the craziness that went on with this one, but at one point, Kevin Owens had handcuffed Roman Reigns down low where he couldn't get up, wasn't going to be able to answer the belt. Paul Heyman comes out there trying to undo the lock to be able to get him to stand up to beat the 10 count, but guess what? He was having trouble with the keys, couldn't get it going, so the ref had to stop the count. I'm like, hey, he stopped counting. Sounds like an election thing. When you want your guy to win, what do? You stop counting. So that's exactly what happened. Roman Reigns, though, ultimately gets the win, chokes him out, keeps the belt, just as we thought. No way that was going to change hands there. Next up, you had the Men's Royal Rumble. We all saw it coming. Edge. We all predicted it. It went down that way. Edge is your champion of the Royal Rumble. He gets to go on and fight the champion of his choice at WrestleMania. He's going to main event. That was pretty epic. So right there at the end of the night, you had Edge and Bianca Belair, your winners. Thought it was pretty good. What's your take on that? Did you like it? Did you not? Either way, I was expecting some more surprises. I was expecting possibly CM Punk, possibly Brock Lesnar. You did see Seth Rollins come back. That was pretty good. But either way, thought it was a good card, good match, great job they're doing with no crowd. Let's jump straight to some craziness. What's going on in the news right here? What am I reading? Oh, no Bray Wyatt. What'd you think of that? No Bray Wyatt. Fiend did not show up. I thought that was kind of shocking because I thought for sure he'd be back. It was kind of weird the way Alexa Bliss also, she was out pretty quick. Kind of a non-factor in the storyline. Either way, one guy that didn't show up that I thought possibly could have was Brock Lesnar. Check this cat out. Look what he's looking like now. Looking kind of rough, looking like rustic looking. No word on when he's coming back. He's not currently under contract. I would guess they may bring him back WrestleMania. That would be kind of cool. Who knows? We'll have to see what happens. Next up, check out this news. AJ Styles apparently does not like Mr. Paul Heyman to the point he wants him fired. I'm not sure what happens with Vince if a wrestler wants an advocate of wrestling, a manager of wrestling fired. Either way, they've got beef that goes back to when I guess Paul Heyman couldn't keep AJ Styles' boys, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. They weren't able to stick around. I guess AJ's still blaming that on Paul Heyman. Either way, I doubt that Paul Heyman is going anywhere. He's probably sticking around. Next up, Ronda Rousey. Thought she was coming back. Apparently not. But word has it she may actually be coming back for WrestleMania. Still hold out hopes for that because they need her. But either way, WWE is building the women's card, women's talent pool. Big. We'll get to that one in a second. Also, look at this. This guy right there was a beast last night. Coming over from NXT, Damien Priest. He's obviously getting pulled up to the main card of WWE. Also getting pulled up, also great, right there, Rhea Ripley. So if you're adding talent like Rhea Ripley, I'm not so sure you need Ronda Rousey if that's going to be a big contract for you. Either way, Ronda Ripley, good. Take it or leave it if she comes back. But Ronda Rousey, Rhea Ripley. With Rhea Ripley, I'm saying you don't need Ronda Rousey. But who am I? Who am I? Either way, that's a pretty cool call up right there. All right, John Cena. He's saying no time. He's got no time on his hands. Looks like John Cena is not going to make WrestleMania this year. That'll be a first in a long, long time. I'm not sure I'm going to miss him. I don't care. He's done. He's over with. Done with John Cena. Next on the news, how about this one? Did anybody notice last night the New Day, their tribute to none other than Brodie Lee? They had him right there in their side pants right there. That was pretty cool. Renee Young, we know who she is, Jon Moxley's wife. She's calling him out, saying how great that was cool. It was touching. It was beautiful, according to her. But either way, I thought it was pretty cool. He's not even with the organization. He wasn't with the organization in his last days. But they still like Brodie Lee. Got him on their tights right there. Awesome, awesome jobs by by the New Day. Let's check it out. Tonight, the Raw after Royal Rumble. Look for Edge to talk about his win, possibly allude who he's going to be fighting at WrestleMania. Either way, that's going to be a good build-up. He may delay who he's going to answer. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Also on Raw tonight, you've got Bobby Lashley and the Bro. Bobby Lashley and Riddle fighting tonight for the U.S. title. That ought to be pretty good. And this happened last night. You've got the tag champions taking on the Lucha House Party. Cedric Alexander, Shelton Benjamin. I'm not sure stoked about that match. I pretty much could care less. Time to take a break from watching Raw, if you ask me, when this match comes on. Also on Raw tonight, you've got Miz going against Bad Bunny. Miz apparently tore up some of Bad Bunny's DJing equipment last night. Either way, that was pretty cool. Either way, that's a quick check of the news. Let me see if we got anything else for you. I don't think we do. I'm Jack Jaw. This has been a daily check of the pro wrestling news. See you next time. Jack Jaw, I'm out.
You just watched Jack Jaw check the daily pro wrestling news. See you next time.